So there are a couple of articles published lately about how some people are having mental health issues as a result of the end of the lockdown. Now, according to these articles, the lockdown, which is supposedly ending in many places, I'm not sure to what extent it actually is ending or will be ending soon, because if you believe a lot of healthcare officials, it's going to go on for quite a while longer. But that part is beside the point. The point is, all of a sudden the media is very concerned about mental health, even though for over a year they've been saying that mental health doesn't matter and that only physical health matters. They've been saying that you just gotta suck it up, buttercup, and enjoy the lockdown. Be happy for what you have. Be content with staying in your own fucking house all day long. Oh, you should be glad that you're not dying of COVID. Suck it up, buttercup. But no. All of a sudden they care about mental health because a few antisocial weirdos who have anxiety disorders are actually dreading the end of the lockdown because they like being at home all the time because these people are antisocial and they don't want to live in a society. Now, I'm not denying that some of these mental health issues are legitimate. Like, some people do legitimately have social anxiety, and I do feel sorry for them. But at the same time, these people are clearly a small minority compared to the vast number of people who are absolutely hating the lockdown and whose mental health is suffering because of the lockdown itself. Sure, there's a small number of people who actually prefer it this way. But should we base all of society around them? And more importantly, why is the media suddenly so concerned about their mental health when they haven't at all been concerned about the mental health of people who don't like the lockdown? In fact, they've been openly mocking us. This is just another instrument in trying to prolong the lockdown indefinitely. Like, oh, we have to be so concerned about these people with these anxiety issues, with social anxiety, who don't want to have to go back into a physical workplace, or, oh, they hate crowds because they're anxious, or whatever. And and in one case, they even have this, like, sexy girl who was an alcoholic, and they have her posing in, like, some Instagram-style picture, and she's talking about how, like, oh, I used to be an alcoholic, but now that we're not allowed to socialize anymore, I hardly drink alcohol at all. Oh, this pandemic is so great. It's like, okay, just because there's a small number of people who are actually enjoying the lockdown doesn't mean the vast majority are. Oh, you know which small minority is enjoying the lockdown the most? Billionaires, elites, because they're profiting like never before, and the rest of us are not. Oh, they still get to travel places because they're essential. Oh, Jeff Bezos is essential. Bill Gates is essential. Mark Zuckerberg is essential, but we're not. Funny how that works. So, yeah, I mean, I don't buy it. This fucking crocodile tears for this small minority of people who enjoy the lockdown. I call them homosexuals. People who prefer being at home. My name for them is now homosexuals, or hobbits. Hobbits is another good term for them, because honestly, I feel like a lot of people misinterpreted the message of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Tolkien was not supposed to be presenting these hobbits who stay in their hobbit holes and in their little hobbit villages all day and never leave. He wasn't supposed to be presenting that as a good thing. He was actually saying that, like, getting out and exploring the wider world is a good thing. That was kind of the message of these stories. But a lot of these homebody type people really misinterpreted it and have now started idealizing Hobbiton. And it's the same thing, like these homebodies. They want all of society to revolve around their preferences. Frankly, their antisocial preferences. So no, fuck that. I do want the lockdown to end, and I do want to live in a society.